If you want to work as efficiently as possible and have true continuity in your workflow, you have to be using Anthropic Claude Projects. It's one of my favorite features. You can teach your AI the rules, the parameters. You could give it the knowledge base and it will understand the mission every single time so that the result it gives you is always curated and tailored to you. I'm going to show you step by step and give you a full guide on how to use Anthropic Claude Projects. I will show you all of the tips and tricks that I have learned along the way. So without further ado, let's dive in. So first things first, what exactly is a project? So very simply put, when you're on the Claude platform, you will see on the left-hand side, there's a tab for projects. Now, a project is just a self-contained workspace inside Claude that has its own knowledge base, its own custom instructions, and its own set of chats, all sharing the same context. Now, for the purposes of this example, we're going to use a fictional cat cafe called The Great Gatsby, which is going to be a bookstore in Manhattan where you can sip a latte, browse novels, and hang out with adoptable cats. So if you're running a cat cafe bookstore, you might want to ask the AI to write an Instagram post every single day, or draft a reply to a bad review, or come up with a book pairing for the week, write a copy for a weekend adoption event. There's so many things that you might want to do, and you don't want to start from scratch by just giving it context, describing everything, and then asking for your prompt. What you would rather do is create a project where it all lives in one place, and when you ask it for something, it already understands the entire mission. So again, if you access Anthropic Claude, on the left-hand side, you simply pop open the window of options, and here you're gonna see projects, so you will select that, and then we will select new project. It'll ask us to create a name for the project. Now, this is just for you. You don't have to give it any specific keywords here. It's just the title of the project. Claude does not digest this information and then produce output depending on the actual name. But this part's important. What are you trying to achieve? So for the sake of time, I'm going to keep this brief and I'll just say create an intelligent marketing assistant for a bookstore cafe called The Great Gatsby in Manhattan, New York to help with various marketing tasks. I will then select create project. And I always recommend that you collapse the sidebar by clicking on this icon here so that you can work full screen with the projects tool. So the first crucial part I want you to pay attention to is the instructions portion right here. So we're going to click the plus icon to add instructions. Now, what are instructions? They're basically standing orders for Claude. The tone of voice, the role you want Claude to play, the formatting rules, things to always do or never do. You only have to write these once and they apply to every single conversation in that project. So in Google Docs, I went ahead and wrote up the instructions for Claude. Now, if you want to read through this, I will just scroll this down slowly if you want to pause at any point. But basically, I describe the role, the voice and tone, the rules and guardrails, and the default output format. So for instance, for social media posts, give 3 caption options of varying length, then a short list of 5 to 8 relevant hashtags. For voice and tone, I said warm, witty, and literary. Be cozy and welcoming. Light, tasteful wordplay is encouraged. So on and so forth. The more descriptive you are, the better tailored responses will be to exactly what you're hoping for. So what I can do here is I will simply copy these instructions, and then I'll hit on the plus icon for edit instructions. And here I will hit Control V, and then I will select Save Instructions. If you ever want to edit these instructions, simply click on the pencil icon to edit those instructions. Now let's talk about context. This is basically the knowledge library you upload also once, or you could continue to upload things to it. Everything from documents, notes, spreadsheets, PDFs, code, whatever gives Claude the background it needs to give you the curated responses you desire. Every chat inside the project can draw on it automatically. Context is crucial to get you the responses you're hoping for. So let me give you an example. In the case of the Great Gatsby Cafe in New York City, what I did is provided it with a full punny menu. So here I will slowly scroll through this if you want to pause and take a look. And I also included some rules for the cafe on the menu as well. So what I can do here is I could simply go to File, Download. I'll save it as a, let's say, Microsoft Word document. The neat thing about adding files to context is it allows for various different types of file formats. So it doesn't really matter if it's a PDF, if it is a Word document, if it's a .md doc. But aside from the menu, I also created a brand Bible that elaborates on the story behind the cat cafe, the vibe that I'm aiming for, my target market base. Here's another file for the cats and adoption information. Again, if you want to read through this, you can pause the video, and I uploaded to the context as well. And the last thing I'll add to the knowledge base is the events and FAQ. And you'll see here that I can also download it as a PDF file. I'll go back to Claude. You can upload a lot more helpful guidance for Claude. Beyond that, what I want to show you is a scheduled task setting here. We can create scheduled tasks. So maybe I want to create Instagram post write-ups, right? So the actual captions. So I could give it instructions like write a witty caption for an item on the menu, write one for a different item on the menu each day, only repeat items if you have created one for each of them in the past. Now I actually don't need to tell it the length or how many hashtags to use because I've included that in the instructions already. And also we have permissions here. You can manually approve, you can automatically approve, you can skip all approvals. I don't want to get too deep here, but you can have connected apps, plugins, give it access to emails, or have it work autonomously on its own. And that way you might want to skip all approvals, but you do so at your own risk because you won't be able to review something. It will just autonomously complete the task. We can also select which model we want doing the work. So here we can select Opus 5, frequency. We can have it every hour or every day. If I select every day, I can actually input the time. So this is all very helpful. And again, I don't have to give it a bazillion instructions because some of those instructions are already included in the documents and the pasted language that we just did a few steps back. And if we go ahead and save that, you'll see that I have the scheduled tasks appear right here. If you obviously ever wanted to delete one or run one right now or edit it, you can do so by simply clicking on the actual task. By the way, a helpful tip, the name of the project doesn't really matter for Claude, but how you name the files actually does help Claude sometimes. So if you can, give it a clear name that actually relates to the actual document that you're uploading. Another helpful tip, in the instructions, be specific about what Claude should never do. Right? I can write something like never invent a price there. It's worth more than 10 lines of just positive instructions because it stops the single most damaging kind of AI mistake for real business, confidently making something up, right? So be very mindful of how you set this up. Also in context, don't just have all of the different documents just be one large document that just has different subheadings. Claude works best when you have them separated out like this, where you don't want the menu in the same exact document as the brand Bible and the adoption information. It's always helpful when you have it separated out like this. So now we get to the live demo, and this is where all the magic happens, where we enter a prompt here. Again, we're not starting from scratch. It'll use all the knowledge, all the instructions. We have two options here. We can talk through it with Claude by using the chat feature, or we can go to co-work, which basically gives Claude a task to run autonomously. And this is where it's not really going to have a lengthy back and forth with you. You just want it to kind of complete it autonomously. Let's leave it on chat and let's just ask it for write an Instagram caption for our new autumn drink, the pumpkin purccino. What I'm really curious about here is it going to go ahead and do this task since the pumpkin purccino is not in the menu? Will it still adhere to all the instructions? Let's see how it works. So I'll just hit send. And what I like about Claude here is I leave it on high so that it actually gives us a deep logical response. And sometimes it thinks for just a little bit on the simple tasks. Sometimes it takes a long time. And I don't mind it taking a long time because I am going to get a response that has actually been thought about deeply and is probably more helpful to me. So here it says, love this. Autumn's basically made for a cat cafe. Here are 3 options. It also pointed out that it doesn't have the price for the pumpkin perchino, so I left price placeholder, just tell me what it rings up as, and I'll drop it in, which is really helpful. Here it says, sweater weather has entered its chapter. Meet the pumpkin perchino, cozy, spiced, and best enjoyed with a good book and a cat on your lap. Price for a limited autumn run. And I remember in the instructions, it had 5 to 8 hashtags. So let's see if it adhered to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It adhered to it perfectly. Didn't have to explain everything to it. It had the context, had the knowledge. Now for this next ask, I'm going to use the transcribe feature. That's that microphone right here. So I will select it and I will say, give me this week's book and brew pairing. 1 novel, 1 drink from our menu, and a 2-sentence reason they go together. Then I will select the check mark, and here it recommended the read is the catcher in the rye, and the sip is the catcher in the chai. Spiced chai latte with espresso. That is pretty gnarly. And look at this beautiful description, this captivating text that it wrote up. It said, Holden's restless narration deserves a drink with a little bite, and the espresso tucked into that spiced chai keeps you as wired and wide awake as he is. It is warm, a touch prickly, and perfect for an afternoon of reading someone who's decided the whole world is phony, except perhaps the cat now asleep on your lap. Now let's take a look at how well it's adhering to the rules. So I will hit the microphone icon and I will ask for something like, a customer emailed asking if they can bring their 4-year-old and whether they can hold the cats. Draft a friendly reply. And because it knows the rules, it in a friendly way says, thanks so much for reaching out. We'd love to have you and your family visit. A quick heads up on our cat lounge. It's set up for ages 6 and up, so your 4-year-old won't be able to join for cat time just yet. The good news is that our cafe and bookstore are open to all ages, so you're both welcome to browse the shelves, grab a treat, yada yada. It's perfect. The tone is perfect. I can copy this, I could send it through, and I just saved a ton of time. Now I'm going to give you a pro tip right now. I just did something that I actually recommend you don't do, and that is that every chat you have inside the project shares the knowledge and instructions automatically. So the context documents, the instructions right here. But the problem is it does not automatically see what you said in all of your chats. So to stay really organized, what I highly recommend is you have a social media chat for your Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're using. You also have a customer emails chat, an event planning chat, so everything stays organized and each conversation stays really focused. If something from one chat is important enough to reuse everywhere, add it to the knowledge base. So for example, I could start a new chat where I ask for a 1-page website for The Great Gatsby. And very quickly it told us what it did right here on the left and actually created that 1-page website on the right. Now, I will say Anthropic Claude shines when it comes to deep logical thinking or even writing skills as far as naturally sounding language, but it might not be the best as far as creating aesthetically pleasant websites and creating a lot of imagery or real-life looking imagery. I still think ChatGPT and Gemini outperform Anthropic Claude as far as that skill set goes. That being said, it created this in seconds, and if I was creating a website, maybe I would use the language that Anthropic Claude created and some of the layout, but then create the actual website through another AI platform. And if we go back to the project, you now see that the Instagram captions is one chat and the website is another chat. It's also nice to do this in different chats and have it labeled as such because you can stay organized in your workflow. By the way, if you want to change the actual name of the chat, you can simply select the three dots next to the name and then click on rename, and you will be able to rename the chat to your liking. By the way, the instructions that we wrote up, this is a little bit tricky for some people to think through and actually write everything that's here, right? So you can use your AI to do it for you. Describe your business to Claude and say, write me a set of Claude project instructions for this. Then paste and refine. By the way, if you have many projects, what you can do is you can actually pin the project by selecting this pin here. If you do that, what you'll notice in the sidebar is that you're gonna be able to see that project right here pinned. By the way, if you already had a great conversation before you made the project, you can click the drop down next to that chat's name. So for instance, here's a recent chat I had about a C++ decoding application. What I can do is I could hit the three dots next to the actual conversation I had, and I can actually select to add it to that specific project, which can be quite helpful. If you want to get rid of a project, you can go and basically delete the project, but then it's permanent. What I highly recommend is that you simply archive it. It's going to drop to the bottom of your list and it still keeps everything intact, and you can bring it back anytime. So now it's your turn. Pick something you do repeatedly, whether it's some personal task like your studies, your content that you create for personal reasons, your business, and build a project for it today. And it'll take you like 10 to 15 minutes to do this, and it will save you hours upon hours every single week. And you will know how to use the project feature within Anthropic Claude. If you have questions about any of this, please mention it in the comment section. I read all comments on my videos. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around for the entirety of this video. These tutorials take a really long time to make, but I love making them, even though some of them get rendered obsolete quite quickly because these tools are always putting out new models with new capabilities. But it helps me stay up to date when I create these tutorials, and I love helping you guys out. I don't want anything in return. If you do use Anthropic Claude Projects, please do mention in the comment section how you've been using it. Have you found it to be helpful? I'm always trying to learn alongside the rest of you, and hopefully I'll see all of you in the next video.